Hello.
Hello, everybody. Sorry we're running late tonight.
35 minutes late. I think when you start putting 9-ish in parentheses, you put really 9:30.
Part of the gig is this. Look, we've got a great set of neighbors, and welcome to The Bar is Open with Beth and Greg. I'm Greg, and that is Beth. We've got a great set of neighbors that we end up having
a good time with.
A couple cocktails.
Fun conversations.
Some beers. Some
whiskeys.
Whiskeys are shared amongst the crew.
Somebody usually brings at least one bottle.
Right. And then you end up just kind of shooting the shit with your neighbors. And you know what? You cannot.
Caleb, Lloyd, hey guys.
What's up, guys? You can't
It's hard to break away.
Yeah, exactly. But the other side of it is like, why, we love our crew that comes and hangs out.
Yes.
But you also, if you have good neighbors,
you trade one set of good friends for another set of good friends.
That's a hard thing to find, man. These are the people that are going to be here in the real times, in the reals, the
resizzles.
Right. So we're good, though. We've got a bunch of cool shit to talk about tonight. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
And being patient with us.
And being patient, right? We just jumped on. We've got our notes. We've got stories to talk about. We've got Paul Pelosi videos. We're not going to share the video, but everybody's seen the video already. So, first and foremost, go out, check us out on The Bar is Open.
The Bar is Open.
Where do we find Bar is Open?
Let's see. Everywhere that you can find a podcast. So, iTunes Radio.
5-star review. And you can give it a little 5-star.
Spotify?
Spotify's just a 5-star check. Just go out there.
Facebook? Instagram.
That's where we post the videos. iHeartRadio.
Oh, iHeartRadio.
Anywhere. Basically, you can get our podcast anywhere. And check out the Castro Files as well, which is a fun one. And one of the coolest things today, I'm just sitting around hanging out, right? And
we got a recommendation. It's our first recommendation
for a really cool story.
Yeah.
But that one's gonna have to come in
that one's gonna take a little research.
Of weeks.
Yeah.
Because that one is deep.
It's intense.
Yeah. So go check out the Castro Files. So yeah, absolutely. Appreciate you guys jumping in.
I'm so hungry. I've been hungry since like 6 p.m.
It's because you're eating smart food popcorn.
Yeah. Well,
it's starvation food.
Yeah. Well, that was my snack to try to curve my hunger. It didn't do shit.
Before we got on the show, Beth was like, "What are we eating for dinner?" I'm like, "I have no idea.
All I know is I want a lot of it."
Just drink some more.
Good grief.
Okay. Just drink some more.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers to you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out again.
Cheers.
Lloyd, what are you up to? Caleb, what are you doing? Eventually everybody will start jumping in here. Or maybe not. Maybe it's just going to be low key.
I said I was going to punch Ruben in the face on Wednesday, so he may not show up. Because he said my Kelly Blue Book. Wow. Jeez. That was a good one. My Kelly Blue Book value was going to be low because of my mileage.
Go back. So we were on the Neuter Nation also last night. So check that out. That was a fun one. The little crossover show there. That was fun as shit.
David.
But why was
my friend. Huh?
What kind of mileage does he think you have?
Well, I'm old.
Oh, it's just age mileage?
I'm like an older model.
Like a classic. You're like an antique.
No, fuck antique, bitch.
Well,
I'm not 100.
20 plus years
no,
old.
An antique is 100 years old.
No, antique cars are 20.
Oh, are you sure?
Yep, antique cars are 20 years old.
Well, a true antique item is 100 years old, so I'm not quite there. But I think it was a jab at my fucking age. Listen,
he's not that much.
He's a young whippersnapper.
Is he?
I could.
I don't think he is.
I could take him. He's your age, isn't he?
Dude,
I mean,
46.
You're still younger than me.
That much fucking farther behind.
Listen, you bitches make it to 53 and then talk to me.
Right. These aches and pains.
I've lost 4 pounds. My aches and pains are way better.
Hell yeah. Beth jumped on the what do you call it? The Weight Watcher program.
I did Weight Watchers years ago and lost a shit ton of weight.
Now I just get to hear her complain about points.
I don't complain.
Nah.
Unless it's Friday night and I'm like, what I really want is fucking French fries.
Nope. No French fries for you.
No, Saturday.
All good.
Tomorrow. I'll have
the ladies know what we're talking about.
Because it's ladies' night. Hello,
DJ, what's
children.
going on? How are you?
Deej.
We got a little late start tonight, like I was saying earlier.
We were having a good time up front.
Just chilling with neighbors. So let's jump into the show. So gas prices are on the rise.
They are.
I just dropped $102
on like 39 gallons.
32 gallons of gas.
How big is your tank? 35.
30.
35-ish?
maybe. It's
Wow, you were
right
really
there.
low then.
Yeah, no, I had 9 miles.
Well,
on
here,
my
I hate to break it to you because that was at $3 a gallon. End of February, March, they're saying $4 plus, which mean mine is going to be like $5 plus.
So how are your guys? That's kind of a question for the Gen Pop. Is what are your gas
I
prices?
used to think
around the
Gen
country?
Pop was like a
general population.
I know, but I used to think it was like a
Prison term?
generation thing. Like I'm an X, you're a Gen Pop, but now I get it. I got
Yeah,
it. Grabbed it the
absolutely.
other day.
So it was $3.19 here.
That's average in San Antonio,
Okay.
which is lower than the national average, by the way.
But
National
still,
average is probably
when
like,
you're filling up your tank of gas and you're like, oh my God, it's $100.
remember when it used to be
Remember
60?
when it used to shut off? That like HEB doesn't shut off anymore.
No, I don't think anybody does because it
just
used to
goes
set you
over.
up at $100 or
Yeah.
$90.
Or whatever it was.
But now
it just goes like it just. I was
you're,
like, fuck.
you're cutting your nose off to spite your face because
Right.
most people with trucks are going to be way over $100.
Right.
It is
you
what it
guys-
is.
I mean, it's just one of those things. It's like I don't know.
Oh, good gravy.
Allison. Ciao, ciao.
Hi, my beautiful friend.
Just drop my headphones over there. But I'm gonna set up this
You're just
shit.
pulling shit. You're just pulling. You're just pulling. You're just pulling.
I still haven't set up Beth's new
I know,
iPad
and I had good
for
stuff.
all the
But
stuff.
here in
That's okay.
Minnesota, where I'm at, it's 321. So yeah, I said 325 was the national average. So I'm not too far off.
Yeah, so we're close. But okay, so there's a whole bunch of shit going on in the country right now. We got the Paul Pelosi videos that just dropped, but we also have all the Atlanta shit that's going on. And we're not gonna talk about the Atlanta stuff.
No.
But we are gonna talk about the Paul Pelosi video because it's
I do have some
interesting.
questions. I have questions after I
Sure.
saw the video. Well, well, I'll let you talk about it and then I'll ask
No,
my
go
questions.
for it. Yeah.
So I was watching the video and it's when he calls 911 in front of the guy, right? And he's trying to act like it's
He's
all
holding
cool.
onto a hammer.
Well, he's trying to act
by
like
the
it's
way.
all cool. First of all, the operator's like, okay, so you're good. He's like, no. Like what part of an operator would think somebody breaking into a house means he's good? But the other question I had is when he heard somebody breaking into his house, why didn't he lock himself in a room somewhere?
He went to the bathroom and locked himself in there.
And the guy broke into the bathroom?
I don't know. Well, see, there's so many
Because at
missing
some point
fucking
he's
holes.
downstairs at the front door holding.
He's holding the
the
hammer,
hammer.
but in the meantime, he's got a fucking drink in his hand. You do realize?
Oh no,
that.
I didn't see that.
His left hand has a drink.
Oh, I
I just
didn't
showed
see that at
everybody in the Bars Open's garage, in our garage downstairs.
I didn't notice. I didn't
He's
see
got
that.
a drink in it.
Are you sure? Because I thought I saw him
Nope.
grab with two hands.
It's
at some
absolutely a
point.
drink. Yeah.
It was 2 o'clock in the morning.
You're not going to hear the
But
volume.
I'm wondering if he's doing that to like try to get the guy at ease. Like
There's
he is like,
two
let's
cops.
just have.
All right.
Well, and the guy with a hand. That's my third question. So this guy has a hammer. He's obviously an intruder. Why aren't there guns pulled out and pointing
no.
at the guy
So
as an intruder with a hammer in somebody's house?
that's part of the questions, right? Yeah,
See.
David said the police footage is weird. I'm going to play it here in just a second.
337 in Tampa.
And you go like, okay, what the fuck, right?
I mean, I have so many questions.
I do
Like,
too.
why didn't he lock himself in the bathroom
But
and
why-
stay there until the cops
Why
got there?
is he
First of all,
holding on to the hammer? We're going to watch it here in just a second.
he's
but-
holding onto the hammer because he doesn't want the guy to hit him with it.
But he's holding onto it, but he's also got a drink in his
Yeah,
left
I don't
hand.
know.
And the cops open the door and you hear somebody say, and I think it's the other dude go, the cops go, is everything okay?
No, fucker. There's
Nope,
a
hang
strange
on,
man
hang
in
on.
my house with a hammer.
Hang on. Pelosi just kind of smiles and does this like,
Well, because
eh.
he even said in the operator, he's trying to remain calm to make that guy think everything's okay.
Then the dude goes, and you hear Pelosi go, no, blah, blah, whatever. And Pelosi, he's an 80-year-old dude. He's a fucking old man. Like, I don't give a fuck how big you are. You're an 80-year-old man. Right?
80-year-old is
All right, let's
80-year-old
watch
next to
this shit
some
real quick. You ready?
300-pound 25-year-old. That dude's huge.
So we're going to go.
That's why you need a gun. I would
Sorry,
have just shot
hang
him.
on, pause. Hang on. We're going to have to rewind it.
I would have fucking shot him.
So this is
Wait.
the video leading
Oh,
up
we got your-
into, right? So they're going to knock and do all the stuff, right? Picture in picture. They're going to knock and do all the stuff, right? But there's some very interesting shit about this. Like you'll see here in a minute, right? It's going to go, Alex, what's happening? So
Why are they taking forever to go inside the house?
they're not breaking into the house because it's not like an urgent thing. It's like,
It's fucking urgent. The man has a hammer. You can kill somebody
I
with a
don't know.
hammer.
So watch. So you've got Pelosi there holding a guy with a hammer. He goes, drop the hammer. And he goes,
Who opened the door?
I don't
Oh, I
think
do
so.
see his drink now.
Right. So he's got a drink in his
Yeah.
hand. Why? And then boom. Right. Then they literally say, oh,
No.
fuck. And then if you listen to the audio on this, right? If you listen to the audio on that,
Was that guy wasted?
so we don't know. So that's part of it. But you hear it just specifically two people snoring, right? If you've ever been knocked out, like,
Yeah.
or you haven't
I
been
haven't
knocked
been
out, but
knocked
if you ever heard somebody be knocked out,
I've never seen anyone knock the fuck
like
out either.
really bad, you're like a brain
shuts
injury.
off.
It basically makes you gasp for oxygen, air, right? So you hear Pelosi on the ground, like it sounds like this deep, like
That
he's
happened?
trying, yeah. But the other guy, I think when they tackled him,
He
they
hit his
knocked
head.
him out too. Like fuck, yeah.
Yeah, he deserved
They
it.
were like, fucking give me your hands, and he's not complying, right? He's fucked.
wasted
But I
on
think he's
something.
knocked the fuck out, and he's on something else.
That's what I'm saying. He's either on drugs or drunk or all the above.
Like the video coming out, like Pelosi
There's
got
a lot of training
hit.
opportunities in this video. There's a lot of training opportunities in the 911 phone call.
Yeah.
This just seems like the whole thing's a big fucking hot mess. Don't live in DC.
No, that's not DC. That's in California.
Oh, that's right.
That's in California.
Well, things are fucked up in California
Remember,
too.
'cause
Let's
he
not
was
lie.
going after Nancy.
Yeah, he
and
was
that.
looking for. Well, that's what he
Yeah.
said. And then he goes, he's looking for my wife, so he thinks everything's okay right now.
So, like,
And that's when the 911 go, oh, so everything's okay. And he goes, no.
so the question
But
is
he
this.
thinks it is.
If he opens the door and the other guy goes, oh, everything's fine. Why is Pelosi standing there with a drink? And why doesn't Pelosi just fucking run towards the cops?
That's one
There's
thing.
too many-
That's
there's
one thing.
way more
But then my
questions.
other question was, why didn't he lock him? If there's an intruder in my house and I don't have a gun, I'm locking my ass
That
up
is every
somewhere
horror
to
movie.
make it harder for them to get to me. Hopefully, because I'm calling 911 before
Right.
although I did see him bust the front door in. I mean, he did it in like 20 seconds. So I don't think a bathroom door would phase.
The back door
Yeah.
or whatever, where he's smashing it with that same hammer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think the bathroom door would have fared much better, but at least would have given him some time to also grab some shampoo and shoot it in the dude's face. I mean, that hurts. Have you ever gotten shampoo in your eyes? All of us have. It burns. I'm just saying.
It's the homemade mace. So I don't know. So Allison had a good point. It's like, why were they both standing at the door like that, waiting for the cops? I don't know. Like, but the dude got hit on the head. Like, you don't just fucking, that doesn't just happen. Like,
Yeah.
he got hit in the head.
No, he did.
Skull.
He did.
So
You saw the guy swing from his waist. Oh, he like literally
He-
went.
Oh, boom.
Yeah.
Right. And that was like a fucking roofing.
But
hammer.
it's crazy to me that the guys didn't have their gun out because in my head that warranted shooting
There was just
him.
two dudes standing
That
there.
warranted
That
shooting him,
wasn't
'cause that's-
escalated, and then they put the flashlight on him, and they're like, "Put the hammer down." And he goes, "I don't think I will." Or
Yeah.
something like that.
Or he
right?
goes no or something.
Yeah, right. So you go, all right. So anyway, more
that's a dangerous
questions and
weapon.
answers, right? Fucking hammer, dude. I can
That's-
kill you with a pencil. I've
Yeah.
watched Jason Bourne, right?
You're not that good, babe.
I mean, I could
Can you trade me
erase you.
since you still forget to sharpen my pencil?
there you
Thanks.
So, but the thing is, that's the weirdness of it. The other weirdness of it, why did they drop it today? We were talking about this
because
outside.
so the defense has been trying to get them not to drop it because it says it's
Drop
not
the
going to.
video. Like,
It's not going to give their clients a fair.
the dude's crazy as shit.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Well, I don't know if he's. I don't think he's crazy. I think he's on something.
I think it's to.
I think he's fucked up.
I think they dropped it because they knew the Atlanta videos are going to be dropped, and we're not going to necessarily talk about those.
They think you're
ones
trying to like distract from it.
because the Atlanta videos of that guy that was, I'm not allegedly murdered, whatever you want to call it. I've watched the video. It's fucking horrific.
I'm not watching the video.
You know what?
Nope,
I
not
think you
watching it.
should, so
Not
that
watching
you
it.
understand and you aren't biased. Go out and watch that fucking thing.
I don't have to be biased. I don't have
And-
to watch it to not be biased. Two wrongs don't make a right.
It's fucking insane. But I think they did this intentionally. I think the Pelosi's did this intentionally or whatever.
No, the media did this intentionally based off somebody encouraging them to do
Dude,
it.
because that other one is fucking insane. But yeah, tased the fucker. But they tased him, but he attacked so quickly that
If they would have had the gun out, they could have shot him in the shoulder. And
Gunshots don't work like that. You don't just shoot somebody in the shoulder, honey.
Shoot the guy in the belly. He was a big
No,
dude. That
you
would
don't
hurt.
do that either. If you're gonna
You come
shoot
into
somebody,
my house?
you shoot them to. You don't shoot them to
No,
disable them.
I shoot them to kill them. Police officers should shoot to disable.
No, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Aren't they trained to disable and not kill?
No, you're trained to end the threat. Period. You don't. Okay, if I've got a gun and it's pointed over here, you think I'm gonna
No,
be able to hit
that's.
it? No, it doesn't work that way.
All right, fine, whatever.
It just doesn't. Because
Why-
there's too many variables. What happens if he moves and you shoot somebody behind you? Come on, honey. You're the child of a law enforcement family. You know better than this.
Just because I'm immersed in something doesn't mean I paid attention
This
as a
is
child.
not John Wick shit.
In the movies, they shoot him to disable him, not
No,
kill
they
him.
don't.
Yeah, they shoot him in
shoot
the shoulder,
people-
in the leg.
No, it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. You know what we haven't done tonight is a
Yeah, we did. We did a
cheers.
cheers, you ninny.
Well, we're gonna do another one. God damn it, because that's what I deserve. Oh, like I mentioned last night, we're getting a few more people on here. Go out, check out the Nooner Nation podcast from last night. We were out there. We were on Bill Schofield's.
Allison goes, thoughts on the dude
podcast
being
last
gay hookup gone wrong?
Nope. But see, I
no,
don't-
because I saw him break in.
So I don't understand. That's the only thing that's weird. It's like, I understand. Maybe, okay, we're going to go off the rails here. Maybe dude had some sort of fantasy about somebody
Allison said
breaking in.
Paul's injuries, you said cracked skull, right?
Maybe he had some sort of fantasy about being broken into and then just like,
It went south.
right, something
But he was
weird.
there looking for Nancy.
But you don't actually break into the you don't bust out the whole
Yeah,
goddamn
because
window.
you got to pay for that.
Yeah.
Like, I have a fantasy. It doesn't require me paying thousands of dollars to get shit fixed.
But he's a millionaire anyway. And
No,
Nancy's,
he's not. She is.
Well, they're married. Dude,
California,
he
he'll get
crashed his-
alimony, but he
He
won't.
crashed his goddamn. He's the one that makes all the deals, so it's all good.
What deals?
All the stock trades.
Oh,
Yeah, it's all his money. Whatever.
forgot the safe word, Caleb said.
What's that?
He forgot red.
Oh.
Green, yellow, red. The whole
Safe
dominance.
word. It's kind of like the safe word
it is
kind
a
of thing.
safe word. That's what he's saying. He forgot the safe word. So green is go. I'm good.
He's like, God damn it, was it elephant
Yellow
or
is
banana?
yellow is
Was it elephant or banana?
yellow is that's why you keep it simple. Green, yellow is we're getting close to my limit, and red is stop.
Like I can't take the hammer up my ass anymore.
I think my password would be like marshmallow.
Nope, I'd
The
forget it.
safe word. I wouldn't forget it.
I'd be
Oh,
halfway
you forget that
I'd be
I'm like
halfway through
marshmallow. It's like your
choking you
friend
out,
with
I'm
the
like,
alto.
I'm hungry as shit too. Stop. I'm like taco. I'm like, we'll get him in the morning, honey. Good. Yeah, I understand.
Oh yeah, I'm so hungry.
Like-
I want tacos.
Nacho burritos. Yes, we'll get those
Taco
too.
Bell. Yo quiero Taco Bell.
It's all good. So the flu shot combo, what's that? What is the flu
Oh,
shot
and
combo?
Allison said, "Oh right, the video came out amidst Pelosi dumping Google stock for DOJ
Oh, dude, she
and
just
his
dumped, and
investigation."
she just saved like multiples of millions of
Well, yeah,
dollars.
they just fired 35,000 people.
No. Has
Oh
nothing to
no,
do
they're
with that.
getting ready to be sued for the whole advertisement thing.
Yep. And
Look at me
their
knowing shit going
stocks
on.
Are tanking. And
Should we buy some?
well,
while
I don't
they
remember.
tank? We should buy some. We
Post
should,
what's her name? Allison. Post her name. No, I'm not buying.
we should buy
shit.
some while they're tanking because you know they're going to go right back up.
There was a whatever her name is down in Florida. Came out with a video yesterday or something like that, just totally calling fucking Pelosi out, Nancy Pelosi out for
Because I feel
basically
like that's
dumping
insider
stock.
trading.
Weird, right?
She knew something
How
was
do you
going to
do
happen.
that? How does that happen?
I mean, Martha Stewart, ask her.
I don't know.
Could you imagine seeing Nancy Pelosi in an orange jumpsuit and a minimum security?
Dude, that bitch is worth $200 million. She ain't ever gonna see. She'll just go to fucking
Greece.
where she'll be in Greece with Tom Hanks and his wife.
Yeah.
Right.
No extradition,
So,
right?
yeah.
In Greece?
Martha Stewart was sent to jail for $45K exactly.
Yeah.
And she's worth fucking
Green light,
$1
red light.
billion.
No, Allison, you're completely, it's green,
Lauren
yellow, red.
Boebert. Yeah, that's who it was. Lauren Boebert posted a video.
So
And I'm not even a big, I don't really give a shit about like politicians, but she fucking
they're all
called her out.
criminals. They're all criminals.
Well, no, Lauren Boebert's not been in there long
no.
enough to be a criminal.
Most
So.
most politicians, I say criminals because they're worried about their bottom dollar, not the people.
It's weird how, like, okay, they should theoretically make the same amount of money that I
They
make.
should make less because
No,
they're
No. Like a politician, like those people should
aren't they
make,
supposed to make like 50,000 a
no,
year? Isn't that their
not
salary?
at that level, like 150, something like that. They should make about the same amount of money that you or I make.
I don't
After
make
20 years,
150,000.
whatever, after 20 years of work in an industry, right? Okay, that's fair. But
Public servant, exactly,
so
Allison.
if
They
you're
should
a
make
public
nothing.
servant, you make $150,000. I'm cool with that, right? I'm cool. That's fine. It's a tough job. It's
How
hard.
much do they get paid though? For real?
They get paid $150,000.
They get a gym membership.
But they get paid.
They get a country club membership.
The problem is they get all of this extra bullshit from the coffers and all the extra
But
stuff.
that's illegal, I thought.
Well, is it?
Because that's
But they're the ones that make the laws. They
like saying you're
determine-
going to run for president and you have $4 million and you only lose $2 million. So now you're putting that other $2 million in your bank account. That's against the law.
Well, it's kind of like this. It's like when you get really rich.
Nobody looks.
No, you get really rich, you stop paying for things because everybody wants to pay for shit for you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But in these cases,
Yeah.
it's even worse.
Yeah.
They pay for all that shit and then they get insider trading tips and they say, hey, drop 10 grand in here.
I didn't
Drop-
know. It was
drop
just a
50 grand
lucky
in there.
fucking guess.
And you know what? This is probably a good deal, right? Maybe do that. And then all of a sudden that 50 grand turns into fucking 250 grand. And that 250 grand turns into 2 million.
See, Allison says it. It's supposed to be a sabbatical for citizens to vacate their job careers, to go serve for a few years, make some changes, then pass the baton on to the next. Need
Nope.
term limits for all seats positions.
That
Yes.
is way too altruistic to think about it that way because
No, but that's how it's
then you
supposed to
don't
be.
have Joe Biden that's fucking a 47-year-long fucking politician. How would that work, Allison? It just wouldn't work out that way. It's just not fair to Joe Biden.
I almost said some things that would probably
You
get
can
us
say all
flagged.
you want. I'm being facetious. of
No,
course.
I was going to be very
Couth, mean. He's old as fuck. You can be mean. He's not going to hear this.
Anyways, all right, so I'm moving.
So, nonetheless,
So you remember the other day, I think it was a couple Fridays
we can
ago.
always talk about this shit.
A couple Fridays ago, we decided we're not getting flu vaccination anymore. You're just going to get sick as fuck. I'm going to
Ooh.
feed you ibuprofen.
No, we didn't decide that.
We did a couple weekends ago when we started talking about the fear of
The
getting
blending of the
vaccinations so that you
vaccinations.
don't know what you think you're getting a flu, but you're
So,
getting.
I am notorious for getting like,
if you don't get a flu shot, you get sick AF.
yeah, I get like the 104 fever.
That doesn't go away until you eat like 16 tabs of ibuprofen.
Yeah.
I guess we're just gonna have to live with that
I think that's it.
Because-
I'll overcome it.
because it is now the
Next level of shit. So be aware of this. So if you are, hey, it's whatever, you make your decisions up on if you want to take vaccines. I don't like getting a flu shot.
I didn't mind
but I
getting a
do
flu
it.
shot.
But I've
It
done it
kept
for
us
years and years and years.
healthy.
But our
Um,
neighbors are like, dude, there's
don't-
other ways to
done,
do
yeah.
this.
There totally are homeopathic ways to stay completely
But
healthy.
we are vaccine.
AKA wash
we-
your hands.
We are, and we'll put this out there nowadays. It's like, fuck it. We've never taken the fucking,
We never got jabbed.
we never got the
vax.
vaccine for fucking whatever bullshit. Right. And
Oh, sorry, dogs don't bark.
so
Yeah, no, but now they are literally getting ready to start putting
they're
out.
going to blend them together.
There's 3 companies that are blending.
Pfizer, of course.
Pfizer's
gonna
one
be
of
number
them.
It's
I'm
gonna
trying
be-
to find it. Hold on.
Right. So, okay.
Where the fuck did it go?
So how many people does that scare off the flu vaccine,
Me.
which is one of the biggest?
So vaccine targeting both flu and COVID starts trials. So they have developed them. And when I was reading this, one even goes, so Pfizer and BioNTech have launched clinical trials to test a combo vaccine. But there was a third one that is also doing COVID, the flu, and RSV. And so the question starts to be like, so when I go to CVS and I ask for flu vaccination, are they going to tell me if it's just a flu vaccination or is
They
it going to
have
be?
to.
You think?
Well,
If
the
I don't
idea-
ask, do they have to? Because if I go in there saying I want a flu vaccination and I don't specifically say I just want a flu
I don't
vaccination,
know. I don't know.
are
the
they
answer to
required
that.
to say, okay, so I'm going to give you the flu vaccination along with the COVID and the RSV?
I don't know because I don't want some combo bullshit going into me.
I don't
want to
either.
know. And the thing is, even with like the fucking flu, it's like you kind of like blindly trust them. But this is the fucking part of it, right? It's like, how much faith in the CDC and the
No,
industry
I don't have any faith.
have people lost because of the COVID vaccines?
Well, because
Like every
it came
ounce
out,
of
they
fucking
swore
trust.
it was safe. They swore it was good. And now they're backtracking
I
on
have
their own
friends
words.
that are like, dude, they bought hook, line, and sinker into it, and now they're worried. And
Well,
you're like, okay, you're 4 fucking extra shots into it.
a lot of people. So I think everybody got at least one vax. Some people may have got one boost, and then after that, people were like, "Fuck that shit," because
No, not some people, but
yeah, some people.
a lot of people who got, they're like,
no,
I can't.
because I saw it was a small percentage of people that was beyond 2, like the
I have
one and the
friends
boost.
that were like, I can't wait to get my kids in this
What
program.
I thought was crazy
You're
is
like,
that
what
the
the
U.S.
fuck?
based trials will evaluate the vaccine for safety, tolerability, and the strength of immune response in around 180 people between the ages of 18 to 64.
We're definitely getting that
and
vaccine
and I
logo
thought,
at the
wait,
bottom of
so
ours.
hold on, so nobody's going to question the safety because the COVID vaccines were supposed to be safe and effective.
Well, no, now we're not going to talk safety part. We'll leave that whole side of the myocarditis and all the other shit.
No, there's plenty of
But
there is plenty of data from the
let's just
pharmaceutical
talk-
companies saying
let's
it's
just
not.
purely talk effectiveness.
It's
Like,
not effective. If you have to get 4 boosters in 1 year, that's ineffective.
right.
That's like saying I failed my driving test 3 times, but the 4th time I finally passed it. Am I a good driver? No. Took me
Dude,
4
I took a
times.
driving test with a drunk. Like my driver's ed guy was drunk.
So the
all
first
time.
volunteer was given a
So,
dose of that
you know,
vaccine.
I can't judge. I don't know.
The
answer.
first volunteer was given a dose of vaccine this week. Who volunteers for that shit? Who wants to be a guinea pig?
Fuck all that. Like,
And then I was kind of pissed because some of them
yeah,
are
that's what
testing
you
it.
want to do. You want to mix the fucking flu vaccine with myocarditis vaccine with
It's not a
stroke
myocarditis vaccine.
with stroke vaccine and whatever else that goes into that shit, right? No. Like the flu vac, just leave the shit alone. Like that should be on its own.
Well, and I'm sure there will be the opportunity, but I
Fucking-
feel like you're probably going to have to very specifically say, I only want.
I don't
the
think you're gonna be
flu
able to get
vaccine.
it.
No, I'm just not. We're not vaxing anymore, which is really sad because I'm of the age now where I can get the shingles vaccine because it's horrific. From anybody who's ever had it
Yeah,
has told
We
me
have
it
friends
is
that have gotten it.
the worst. I have a girl.
older.
No, I have a coworker that got it over the Christmas
Monica?
holiday.
Or another one. Yeah.
And she said it's the worst pain she's ever been in her life. She obviously has never broken a bone or had surgery or anything.
No,
But
I
she
think
said
it's just because it's like
Well, you
you'd rather
can't-
break your arm.
because it's your skin and you can't. It's just it. But she said I was fixing to get the vaccine and then
See,
I got
that's
it.
the fucking problem with what they just fucking mind fucked the entire world.
Because supposedly, if
Because
you've
I
had the chicken
guarantee-
pox, you have
I guarantee all of those
the
separate.
shingles virus in
those-
you already.
So all of those other ones, the shingles vaccines and all those, it has nothing to do with this.
No,
But they
nobody's
mind
gonna think
fuck
that.
you.
Nobody's going to trust it. I'm not going to trust it.
That is the biggest issue, right? Doesn't that feel like that's the biggest issue? Like
Yes.
they mind fuck, and it's not just you. If you and you're like, we've been cautious. Like we were still like Beth still uses.
I still use
the
hand sanitizer.
Hand sanitizer. We don't use the masks or any doing.
No,
any
but I do
bullshit
the
like
hand
that,
sanities
right?
because people are fucking dirty.
Yeah, and that's just kind of normal, right? That had been around before all the fuck 2 years ago, 3 years ago, right?
I just wasn't that person before 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And now,
Now you're like, I touched the Applebee's door handle.
well,
I need to.
think about things like door handles, ATM
No, I agree.
machines.
But it mind
gas
fucked how
pumps.
many people into either you're gonna go like, I'm gonna do all the vaccines and my kids are fucking
you either
2
went
years
one
old.
way or the other.
Yeah. And dude, so there was a fake article out, and I actually Googled it and then checked it out. And it was like, get ready for this to start happening. This is a fake article, by the way. So I'm just gonna throw that out there. It was a fake article
Yes.
that somebody
It was fake.
wrote. And it was kind of like, I'm just gonna say, it was like, why didn't the unvaccinated people warn the vaccinated people that it was dangerous to take the vaccine? Think about that. Why didn't
I warn somebody that it wasn't smart to do it? I didn't. I mean, well, you couldn't. Here's the thing. You can't tell somebody what they don't want to hear.
That's not a true article, but somebody posted that headline and it started getting
It's going to be somebody else's fault, but the person who decided to get the vaccination that they now.
So I'm going to blame Greg and Beth because you didn't get it. You should have fucking told me. Oh, therefore it takes the risk off.
I'm not your personal life coach.
Yeah.
Mother.
But don't get diabetes either.
I'm not your personal life coach, your mother, the Lord you pray to, or your priest. So I'm not going to tell you what to do.
So you go
here's the crazy thing. So when I was looking at this,
exactly,
it says flu and COVID are major killers and significant drivers of ill health around the world. This is where they start to freak people out. Both have clear and proven pandemic potential. Really? The flu has pandemic potential?
I mean, if you get the black flu, the Kung flu, the Wuhan flu,
Stupid.
That's what we started out calling this, was the Wuhan flu, right?
The Kung flu was really
the Kung flu.
Stupid.
Where does that start?
In your
China?
Japan? In your martial arts class?
Probably. That's called a staph infection, by the way. You don't want that either.
Oh, that's horrible
disgusting.
too.
Yeah. It'll eat a hole through your head and shit. So no, yeah. I mean, but nonetheless,
isn't the mRNA technology which is what's bad for you, like that?
Yeah,
that changes your has the potential to change your DNA.
Yeah.
That's what they're all using for these, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
So no, but for even these new ones,
yeah, I know,
because they didn't learn a lesson.
Yeah, Pfizer needs to go away one way or another. Like, that company is so rich and that's so much.
I've never heard that. It says 290,000 to 650,000. That's about how many people worldwide are killed by the flu.
That's fine.
Every season. Is it really? It's not that high.
We have about 50,000. That's okay. So there's 8 billion people in the world.
And that's the other thing. I was listening to something the other day. Oh,
Dude,
it was
more people get hit. Like,
that's what it was. I started watching Ghost Adventures, the pandemic, the quarantine shows that they had, and they were doing. They had stats at the start of every show that was like day 27, 160,000 people killed worldwide, and
you said 50,000.
I divided it by the number of people in the world. It was 0.0010 of people that died, but they didn't put it that way. They left it as a number because it seems that big.
Thousands, millions.
Anyways, I just millions. It was worrisome for me that I wanted to share it. That just ask questions about your vaccine before you get it is really where I'm going.
So it's so fucking small.
Sorry, guys. I hate to get on that. I hate to get on that soapbox because it's annoying. But
you're good. You said it was 50,000 people die.
No, 260 to 690,000.
Okay, hang on a second. To 690,000.
David said he got the black flu.
Let's just go with the 690,000.
Okay.
Divided by 8 billion people. That's 800 million. That's 8 billion. That is 0.0000826.5% of the population.
They have apple cider vinegar gummies? Huh.
Okay. So on top of that, like, more people die in
what percentage of the population?
0.0000826.
That's what I'm telling you. That's what I just said when I was watching that pandemic, the quarantine Ghost Adventures. They had day 27, 169,000 killed worldwide.
So the question
and I did the numbers. I got the number of how many people live in the world.
Yep.
Divided that by 100. It was 0.001. Like, I was like, I just want to know, because Allison said, look up a recipe for fire water. Do you know what that is?
Fire. Is that part of the story later on? The lawsuit, the Fireball story?
No. Fire water.
Fireball.
Hold on. Y'all need to see Fireball film.
We'll find it. Fire water. So it goes back to, again, part of it is, it's just like, okay, there is going to be a considerable lack of trust in government.
I don't think there's gonna.
There is already.
Yes.
Right. And if my wife, who is for 15 years, 17 years we've been married, however fucking.
Well, we've been together forever.
Yeah. In 15 years we've been married. Beth's like, you're the guy that needs to get the fucking flu shot, or something's bad's gonna happen to you. And I'm like, oh fuck yeah. And I trust my wife because she's smarter than me. Now you go.
No go.
Wait a minute. We need to reconsider this shit. That's fucking scary.
I mean, that's
right?
serious.
And that's not, and I'm not scared. But you
by
go
the time
like,
I say we're not getting the flu shot, you're like, what?
Well, it kind of comes down to like, that's not, all right, there's the other side of it. Like, we're not just, I would say we're educated people.
For the most part, yes.
Slightly.
For the most part.
At least averagely.
Somewhat. We're dangerously educated.
Wonderfully
We're dangerous.
dangerous.
We're just enough to be dangerous.
Right. So you go with the people that don't have time to fucking go and think about this shit, and then they get like, yep, give me my multiplex shot. Or you have the other people on the other side that are like, fuck you. Right? And it's going to be the same thing. Dude, it's just this
frightening me. Welcome.
Insane fucking rift.
Well, and somebody on the board said they're trying to depopulate the planet. That's not the first time we've heard. That's like the that's the reoccurring thing we keep hearing, which is kind of scary.
Yeah.
Because what that tells you,
DARPA.
because you have to start wondering, like, okay, so when I buy supplements, do I have to start worrying about my supplements?
Yeah.
Do I just go total plant medicine?
Chicken feed. Go Google the fucking
Do I go 100%
about
plant medicine? So I start doing like the colloidal silver and the elderberry and all the shit that's just made like, but not the store bought. Like I go to
feed store.
I do my own shit.
Like mewing and stuff. No, go
mewing.
This is a real thing. Like go Google fucking chicken feed conspiracy.
What is that?
There's a
they put that in my dog food.
No, you know how there's a lack of eggs right now?
Yeah.
Well, evidently
because there was a bird flu.
Nope. Evidently there's this big fucking thing. There's a chicken egg laying conspiracy that's going on right now, that the type of feed that people that own chickens, this is getting
You're talking about like corporations.
This is tinfoil hat. No, even just like people that
like my neighbors?
Yeah.
Okay.
The feed you can put on, like people are like, our chickens haven't laid eggs in 6 months.
Seriously?
Right.
So
and
your chicken's broken because they're supposed to lay an egg a day.
And then because it's cold in those places and they're housed up or whatever, they're cooped up.
Yeah.
So they have to keep them in the coop. There's nothing natural from as soon as they let them out, since the snow melts and stuff like that. This is recent. Since they start
eating the ground.
They start eating the bugs and shit like that. They start laying. It's what's in the
Can
feed.
you make your own feed?
Sure. It's weird, right?
I feel like that's where we're starting to go. Like we're almost going back to the dark ages where you're making your own shit.
Lloyd said buy chickens. All right. So I went to the deer processor. I had to go over there and
did you? Did you get a meat? I never even saw it.
Got the deer.
Did you get my money?
It up, right? Got it all. I forgot to tell the guys. Picked it up, right? Interestingly, he goes, I had a bobcat. He showed me this he shot the bobcat in his
guy did?
Yeah.
He likes you now because you've taken him 2 deers. He's like, and you live
5 deers.
You live around the corner, bitch.
That's where I took my shit before we even lived here. And they donated to the veterans.
Yep.
Whatever.
I think it's because it's where my dad took you too, because it's on the way home.
Yeah. So fucking big ass bobcat.
Allison, I need you to send me what that is on my text, please.
5 foot long bobcat. Looked like a little mini mountain lion fucking bobcat.
Did he have it all posted up?
No, it was hanging in his fucking freezer.
Oh, he really just literally did it?
Yeah, it just happened.
Where?
It cleared out in his property.
We have bobcats?
Evidently, it ate it. He goes, it didn't eat them. It just killed them. All my chickens and my rooster.
This guy literally lives a block behind us.
Yeah, he's right behind our
He's the ditch. The water thing is what separates us.
Arroyo. Anyway, so he shot that bitch, right?
Now we have owls, bobcats, coyotes. Right? Don't have little dogs in our neighborhood, apparently.
So he goes, he killed them all. So he's going to the he went to the auction to get some more chickens. Because he killed all 12 of his chickens, and he eats all the eggs. He's like, we eat the eggs. He's got grandkids there doing the stuff, whatever.
Well, it's a typical Hispanic family.
No, he's not Hispanic.
He's not?
He's a white. They're as white as white gets, right?
Are you sure? What's his last name?
Probably Steve.
You sure it's not like
Smith.
Espinoza?
I don't know. No, he's a white guy.
I have to pee.
But nonetheless, he goes, I was there, and it was $40 a chicken.
Mm-mm.
And
for the babies? It's supposed to be $5 a chick.
$40 a chicken, and it was a minimum of 6 chicken purchase. Like you had to buy
$240 worth of chickens. Were they full grown chickens or chicks?
Nope, chicks.
Tractor Supply store, they're $5.
It's the same.
I gotta pee,
It's
so keep
all
talking.
going for the same. So you go like,
See what happens when we hang out too long with the neighbors?
But you're like, what the fuck? Why? There's chickens everywhere because the I'm telling you, it's fucking conspiracy. I swear to God, I need to get a conspiracy hat for sometimes. You're okay. Maybe I just put the goddamn unicorn hat on when I'm talking about this shit. But I was like, that dude literally lives behind me, and he's like, I can't get fucking eggs because a goddamn bobcat, he had a dozen chickens. A bobcat ate his fucking chickens, shot the bobcat. Bobcat was really cool. And another weird thing. He goes, this year in Texas hunting was weird. He goes, normally so he's a processor. So he makes he'll trim them out, cut the steaks up, give you your backstrap, make ground, do all that stuff.
Was weird because I didn't even dry my hand because I wanted to.
So he normally does a certain amount of deer
everything.
processing, right?
Right.
And this year he goes, normally I do about 180 deer a year.
Holy shit, that's a lot.
Right? This year he did 80. He goes, everything is weird. Everything is off. I
think we need to start going to church because I'm pretty sure Second Coming's happening.
Well, I'm like, I'm gonna start shooting shit on our company campus because there's some big fucking deer out there, right?
I mean,
I'm not
if
the only one.
the
that
zombie
thinks that.
apocalypse happens,
We're moving to the ranch anyway.
but we're gonna
there's no
go
water.
get some deer from the USA campus first. Although all the gates will be closed.
You just dropped the.
Oh, fuck! I did.
Damn.
You're gonna have to bleep that out.
No, we're not gonna go hunting at.
We're not gonna go hunting at that place, but dude, they have some of the most
They
beautiful.
literally do. But
deer
you
I've
go
ever
like,
seen.
okay, so what are you guys gonna do? Like, it's just weird. It's like I
you.
don't want to get it.
So he
let's
was
make this
saying
a
the baby
conspiracy show.
chicks
Fuck
were
it.
$40.
$40 a piece, and you had to buy 6 minimum, and it weren't.
Well,
they
tomorrow
weren't-
we're gonna go buy
they
Tractor
weren't
Supply, and we're
chickens.
gonna go see how much they are. I just
gonna-
want to see because they
I'm gonna
used to
take
be
all
$5.
those pallets out back, and I'm gonna build a fucking coop like this weekend. I've got 20 pallets.
You
out
have to
back.
make it warm though. Like, because I was looking at the
Put some
chicken
lamps and
coop.
run
I was
some
looking at the
shit.
chicken coop behind us, and I'm like, that's not going to sustain chickens when it's 34 degrees outside.
No, I know. No, I'll do all the shit. Excuse me. Have a good night, David. Cheers.
Sweet dreams.
Can't keep your eyes open. But you go like, it's one of those things, right?
I almost feel like we're going backwards.
It's an interesting time, right?
And I think that maybe that's what's supposed to happen. Like
Which I'm
that's
okay
what
with.
that's
right?
what balances out. I'm trying to very carefully. So yes, is the world overpopulated? Possibly.
No, it's
in
not.
some areas.
Like statistically,
in
it's
some
not.
areas.
No,
in India, it's
no.
overpopulated.
No, it's not. Well, they need to figure their shit out and then just spread them out.
They do, but
Well,
that's
it's
why I'm
also
like wondering,
shanty
like,
towns and stuff like that. Like it's really bad in certain areas.
no,
right?
that's what I'm saying. In
But
certain areas, it's
the world is
overpopulated.
not overpopulated. Globally,
Depends on
we're
who you
not.
talk to.
We're not.
But I almost feel like it's. What I'm interested in finding out is when was the last time shit like this happened?
Never.
Come on,
What shit are you talking about?
like disease,
Black Plague.
hunger,
Yeah, famines happen all the time.
things that you can't get that you normally could get,
AIDS.
which was really funny because I follow this group that's called the puppy page on my Slack channel,
That's definitely not a thing.
and no, it is a thing because I watch it every.
Slack
But
channels. No, that's new.
so it's not. It's a side note. So the puppy, he's a cute little adorable puppy. Took like somebody left the bathroom door open because they do like we used to do with Lucy where we have to close the door,
Mm.
and he got to the toilet paper and it's just a huge pile of toilet paper
Ripping
that
through
he's
it.
ripping through.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Do you realize if this would have happened in 2020, you would have killed your dog?"
But that's the
And I thought, oh,
so
yeah.
you go like, okay, so what are the realities of like these things? Like
And then I wonder, am I just of that age? Because I've said this to you before. I said, do you think our parents said this shit? Do you think our parents
dude,
went
our
through this
parents
shit?
like we were
Do
young
you
when
think-
when our parents went through the Cold War, right? Like
Well, I wasn't young.
No,
I
you
was.
yeah, but you weren't impacted. You were a teenager.
I was a
young
teenager, yes.
even at that.
But I'm not talking. I'm talking about like
But they went through something
the recession,
similar.
even though we don't call it a recession.
Yeah, they have, dude. Remember the gas?
No,
Like there was the gas embargo. Like when the gas, they were out of gas in the 70s. There was a time when there was like literally mile long line for gas.
well, that happens in California all the time.
No. This was like literally there was no fucking gas.
Why?
It was just fucking part of it.
Because they gave it all to China again.
Maybe they get rid of the strategic oil reserve. Fucking Biden, right? And you go like, okay, so right, but those things things like this happen on a regular basis, and you try and fucking mitigate for it. But our mitigation squad, aka the fucking leadership of the country, sucks a bunch of big bags of dicks.
I'm gonna send them bags of dicks.
That they can't manage it, and then or they need to fucking be like, well, we're gonna go with Greenpeace. Well,
and here's the other thing, like
all this other bullshit.
I was thinking the other day, because remember the government ran out of money.
Right, I mean, you just said a good point. The carbon they want to get rid of is people. Yeah, carbon tax. Like, let's just, you have a kid, well, you're gonna get taxed for your kid.
Well, you're not getting taxed for a kid yet. You're getting less money for your kid than you did for the last 2 years. But fuck, I had a really good idea and it went away. Fuck. Hold on, let me look. I could probably get it back. I just think I don't know. I feel like I'm not usually a very jaded person. Like I like to see and think and believe in the best. But lately I'm like, nope, don't fucking trust you. Nope, don't fucking trust you. Nope, not listening to you. Nope.
There's not a goddamn
only person I
channel.
listen to you is you.
Me?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
You trust me?
No, not with my life, with the news that you filter to me.
You trust me with your life, right? Did you say no?
I mean, in a sense.
Motherfucker.
I mean, I know you're going to feed me and clothe me. But do I also think you're going to kill me and eat me if it comes down to it? Yes.
No, that's why we have dogs.
But once the dogs are gone,
we added a cat.
You're going to be like, babe,
like,
go out there and
that
pick
little cat. Probably
pick that pretty flower. And the next thing I know, I'm going to hear, be like, well,
no, I wouldn't.
At least I did healthy. I hope he chokes to death. I hope he chokes to death on my butt cheek.
I'll cut I'll whittle myself like a fake knee, and then I'll cut my leg off before that. I'll let you eat that first.
Okay, cool.
Or we'll eat the neighbor. Wait a minute. Those neighbors.
Those neighbors.
I don't know if I want to eat those neighbors though. It's kind of like spoiled meat, I think. But just going into it. What do you think?
Huh? I was reading Allison's business plan. Allison, you need to get with our neighbor Celine because she'd probably 100% go in on that with you. The carbon they want to get rid of is people. Isn't that
what? That
should be God's job, not the government's.
Oh, no. Rich people, Davos, those people, the cybernetics thing. Go out and check out my
I'm about to tell you about a new robot.
The Instagram story real quick that I posted out there. It's basically the what the fuck was it called? It's like the human cyborg kind of mixture kind of thing. Right. And you go like, fuck off. Let's talk about your robot thing real quick. But
okay.
Before we get to that, because we are a drinking show, I need to know the answer to this.
Are we going to drink?
Nope. Hang on. I need to know what the fuck the difference is between whiskey and whiskey. Whiskey with an E and whiskey without.
Have you ever noticed? Like, I wanted to look and see, like, okay, so there's Maker's Mark whiskey.
Yeah.
I think most of our.
It's got a whiskey with an E.
And so does Whistle Pig.
There's a difference between whiskey with a Y
say?
Or an EY. Which one?
Ebon.
Oban.
I'm sorry. Oban Little Bay.
Just the Y.
Oak Eden is whiskey with an
Whistle
E.
Pig has a EY. What is the fucking deal?
So
this is just an edification for everybody. Like
whiskey or whiskey? No E.
Yeah.
What's the difference? It's ultimately simply two different spellings of the same word, or are they slightly different words describing
whiskey
two separate groups? I'm telling you, the spelling depends on the spirit's country of origin.
Okay.
American produced varieties such as bourbon, rye, Tennessee, as well as Irish spirits utilize the E.
EY.
EY.
So, okay.
Anything with the no E, they're from, let's see, so utilize the whiskey spelling, whereas the spirits from Scotland, Canada, and Japan utilize the no E.
Right.
Which is weird because
coincidentally, those are all the ones I don't like.
Maker's Mark. Maker's Mark has no E, and that's American.
They're all fucked up then. I don't know. I'd never heard that in my entire life.
So Scotland, Canada, and Japan utilize the whiskey spelling American
Without
Irish.
the Y.
But here's the
Or without
crazy
the
thing.
E.
American Irish liqueur producers and copy editors tend to favor the spelling with an E. While Scottish,
I've always
Canadian, and Japanese tend to favor with no E.
All right, now I need to bring this up real
The
quick.
difference
So,
also
Mike,
carries into the plural for whiskey. The plural is whiskeys with a S, but
Yeah,
for the
it's
no
like-
E is IES.
like I just pulled up the best Friday night whiskey review. It's EY. Like that's what it
Because
is,
we're American.
right? And but no, I didn't know. It's not because we're American.
Well, here's the
it's
crazy
just-
thing. So, and I know, but it's funny that like Irish and Scotland, aren't they right by each other? I'm not a geographer. I have know nothing
They're
about
somewhere
geography.
around there. Right?
But I have been told that I should try a rye from the
Nope.
northern
You're gonna
Scotland.
fucking hate it. It
From
doesn't matter.
northern
You're gonna hate
Scotland.
it.
We should still try to find a northern Scotland.
Like an IRA ride just comes with like a hand grenade attached.
I mean, if it makes the whiskey better, I'll be okay with that.
You just have to shoot yourself in the face.
But I
with
thought it was interesting because I honestly have never paid attention. E or
Neither
no
have I.
E.
No, I'd never even noticed it. I never like you and like I didn't want you to say that because I was like, I don't know what the fuck the difference is. And then
But
but
Ian said,
Ian and Travis
Ian
knew.
didn't know. Travis said he knew. Ian said he didn't know.
oh, you didn't? Okay.
No. Take the back. Ian knows. Travis didn't know.
I don't know. Did
Did
you know this? Did you know this? It's so fucking. They are adjacent island countries.
So the main difference is the spelling, yes, but there's a little more to it. If you look at American, Scottish, and Irish spirits, you'll notice there are a few rules about how the liquor is produced in those countries. For instance, the number of times a whiskey with an E is distilled depends on where you are in the world.
Okay.
In the United States, whiskey is typically distilled 2 times. Same goes for Scotland. In Ireland, however, a whiskey is typically distilled 3 times before it begins the aging process. So there's like a whole
God damn it. There's
thing.
a whole thing. We need to fast forward through some stories real quick because it's really important. We are in a time crunch right now.
I can't believe it's already 10:25.
I know we've got to
Holy shit.
run through some stories, but we got some really important stories.
I've been
And
having
thank
fun.
you for giving me the insight on that
Yeah, you're welcome.
because I need to get through this story. This is the couch eater, woman who had a strange addiction of eating
There used
mattresses,
to be a show about that.
ate her mother's bed.
The whole bed?
That lady up there, she ate the entire bed. They say everyone is addicted to something, but you probably wouldn't assume that it's something is in one
I got the
woman's
hiccups.
case.
Fuck.
Was eating a mattress. She ate the
I have the hiccups.
move the mic. Come on, man.
Fuck you.
How drunk are you?
I'm
just
not
kidding.
drunk.
There are so many things you can get addicted to in this world. Blah 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 blah. Blah. These days, more people are seeking help to shake off an addiction, is what one people said. So I'm trying to get to the good parts of this.
Okay.
All right. Well, on top of that, there are people with serious habits who keep their addiction up for years, like a guy who got hooked on Pepsi and drank 30 cans of the stuff a day for 20 years.
30 cans.
Right? That's
Holy
just got to kill
shit.
you. You got to have so many.
He was what
what are
is
those
it? They
little
used to say it was
stones,
like
kidney
it was it when it keeps what is the stuff that keeps something
fermented.
fermented. He's
Yeah.
got to be fermented.
Adding it together with almost 220,000 cans of cola, whatever, it's going to kill you. Right. However, there are some more outlandish addictions out there too, such as the woman who got hooked on eating mattresses. Jennifer featured on TLC's show My Strange Addiction, where she explained that she got through about a square foot worth of mattress a day.
Wow.
1 foot by 1 foot by 1 foot. Like a fucking cube this big, honey. This big
I mean, it's a big fluff.
of a mattress a day. Okay,
Do
so
you
we
think
have
her
a dog
poops? Do you think her poops like Lucy's poops
We have
when
a dog
she eats
problem.
the foam?
that our dogs like to chew.
Well, Mickey ruins it something and pulls the foam out,
He's
and Lucy
ruined some
eats the
shit, right?
foam.
So she moved on to eating her mother's mattress after polishing. Okay, so let me see. Square foot of mattress a day, and moved on to eating her mother's mattress after polishing off all of her own.
Wow.
She said, I like my mattress plain and straight up. No mayonnaise, butter, none of that. What the fuck?
Wait, what? She say
She
with
doesn't
no?
want any mayonnaise. She just wants straight up. What?
Did she try it with mayonnaise and butter before?
Evidently, The side effects of eating mattress gas is really the one you only have. Wait, really the only one you'd have. It enters my body and leaves my body. It enters my system and goes
There's
out.
no nutrition in that whatsoever.
I hate.
I mean, how do you think you start this habit? Do you think that a piece fell on the floor and she was too lazy to take it to trash, so she put it in her mouth and swallowed it? And she was like, "Oh, that wasn't so bad."
Is this woman like, is it one of those things where you just like, we can kill her picture now. Is it one of those things where you're like, all right, you started out life eating boogers,
Ew.
which is gross.
Unless you're 3.
But are boogers worse than eating an entire fucking bed?
Well, they're both pretty bad. At least one has flavor.
But an entire fucking
At
bed?
least one has flavor. You're
Right.
getting some salt with one.
Like what do you, how does that escalate?
I
don't know.
just want to figure
Like,
how you
did
figure out
start
like
out
no, that's
chewing
what I'm
your
saying.
shoe?
No, like did she drop a
Pocket-
piece and didn't
pocket
want to get
lint?
up for the trash, so she just swallowed it? And then does she poop out whole pieces of foam? That's
I
just
don't
weird.
understand. That's what I'm saying. Like our dogs. Okay, so we have
Hey, Space, welcome.
we have Space. What's up, dude? We have a like ottoman, right? And they
Ooh, Allison
trashed
said
it.
they had someone who ate Comet. That is powder bleach, basically.
I don't know.
Wow.
She explained that she first got into eating mattresses when she was just 5 years old, and that started eating the sponge from her seat in her family car. I just went from there, and while she hasn't suffered health problems from it, her addiction carried the risk of liver damage and or intestinal blockage.
Yeah.
No shit, you fucking.
You gotta eat those baby bites.
So
then.
this is the perfect candidate for the dual or like, can we put all the vaccines together and just give her that?
Oh, stop.
Like just all at once.
So Friday
Maybe it'll
Me
give her
said that we
bells,
need to start hanging
gowns.
on the Iconoblast chat, that it's fun.
What's that?
Frightening Me said we need to start hanging in the Iconoblast chats. Those are what nights? Thursdays?
How about the Iconoblast chat starts hanging out?
I know,
here?
but why don't we do both? What night is that on?
I think it's Wednesdays or Thursday. No, it's Thursdays. Yeah. I love those guys. We know both those guys. Joel.
Space said eating a couch makes it so it whipped for you on the way out. Wait,
Hell
what?
yeah. No, dude, those guys always have a great show.
And I like the voices.
Absolutely. Oh yeah. Of course you do.
It made her
Coop.
teeth fall out. The Comet made her teeth fall out and was eating away her. Yeah, I can't imagine that's good for you. It's Comet. It's powder fucking bleach.
All right.
People are weird. Let's
ready?
face it. We're all weird. We're
We're
weird.
weird, but I'm not eating a fucking couch.
No, but I will eat tons of pickles.
No, I'll eat an entire jar of pickles.
Oh, you have.
But that is reasonable. That is not a fucking couch.
It's just, I just don't understand how the
Raccoon.
Like, there used to be a show about that.
Raccoon found frozen to railway track
Aw.
by his testicles. He got frozen to a fucking rail track by his nuts. And this is poor little Steven, the frozen.
Sorry, I just yawned. Woo.
It's all good. A railway worker. Can I say that again?
A railway worker.
Railway
worker.
worker had to intervene to help out a poor raccoon that found himself in a
Wait,
compromising.
but he wasn't dead?
No, he's just sitting there. Look, it's on the video. Compromising position with his testicles stuck to a frozen rail
It's like
line.
the kid in Christmas Story with his tongue.
Yep. You can see this unfortunate thing. You can go out and Google the video. It's easy to find.
Did he help him? And how
Yeah,
did he, and
so
how did
let's
the
get to it.
raccoon let him like?
As you can see, the raccoon looks pretty sheepish about the mess that he found himself in. But we promise the story
do you
does
think he just
actually
sat
have a
on
happy
it,
ending.
not realizing it was going to
I
happen?
think maybe, you know how like our dogs lick their nether regions?
Yeah.
Maybe it was,
And then they lick your face.
and then he just kind of sat down. And then his
Aw.
balls got stuck to it. So he goes, the story actually does have a happy ending. That's because some helpful workers discovered him and set him free before the cold
pour water over
passing
it?
train.
Probably.
Yeah, it seems as if the raccoon just lingered a little too long on the metal railway, long enough for
Poor
for the ice
raccoon.
temperatures to freeze his little balls.
Where was it
straight to it.
at?
It doesn't say. Let me see.
I feel like it's got to be like in Europe somewhere. I feel like American
Oh
raccoons
no,
are
no, no!
smarter.
He was in Georgia. It was in Georgia.
Oh, in Georgia.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah,
Busted
in
that one.
Georgia. Yeah, so he
Monday
poured a little,
the 10
he goes,
Eastern.
I poured a little. So Neil from the U.S. State of course, that's why.
Thanks, frightening.
Said, I poured a little warm water under his bottom while a coworker with a shovel under his butt to try and break him loose.
What?
Like they're just trying to scrape his nuts off.
No, you got to just let the hot water sit for a second and it'll come
They're
loose.
just trying to proactively do it, right? And just kind of get it going. So I don't know. But you know what? Fuck it. He kept his nuts. Right?
Poor squirrel. Because here's the thing too. Like
squirrel, not squirrel.
I mean, raccoon. You know, it had to be a lot of pain because he didn't try to get away when people came up to him.
No, there was actually, what was the Joe Dirt, right? Where the dog.
Never seen
Joe
that
Dirt?
show. Nope, never seen that movie.
Joe Dirt, where the dog's got his nuts frozen to the chair and he on the deck, and he's like, rah, 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 and he's like, oh my God. Right. And they find that they get him loosened, they get him freed.
And this is why I don't watch that movie.
It's a great movie. Joe Dirt is a great movie.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen Joe Dirt, true. Joe Dirt one is
I'm sure it was great. I'm sure it probably won Emmys, Oscars,
Joe Dirt,
Golden Globes.
Joe Dirt, Dirt. Okay. I'm just saying, go watch
Hey,
that.
so you want to know about a dream job?
Yes. What would that be?
It's a dairy lover's dream job.
Like
I
what
mean,
kind of?
I like cheese. Do you like cheese?
Aficionado. Oh yeah, I like it. I like it.
No,
I like salty cheese, salty balls.
Yeah, but there's
balls
also
in my
that balsamic one we really like too.
Yeah, anyway, go on.
So I'm looking for it. Where the fuck did it go?
I don't know.
Anyways, there's a dream job where people can earn $1,000 at the end of a month period.
Okay.
For trying different cheeses.
It's not really a dream job if I'm only making $1,000 a month.
It's a dream job if you're a cheese lover.
If you're poor as fuck.
No. You're not quitting your real job. You're just getting an extra $1,000.
That's not really a job. That's a dream hobby.
No, well, you're signing up, so it's in their mind. It's a dream job.
Because if I'm making $1,000 a month, no.
Gregory.
No, think about it. 1,000. That's not
for eating fucking cheese, bitch. You're making $1,000 in 1 month's time for eating the same cheese for a week at a time.
I don't even think that's
because they want to see if it causes nightmares.
We should do that on the show.
I would eat.
Let's sign up. We'll do it on the show. They'll be our sponsor.
We can't do it. You have to sleep alone. Are you gonna sleep upstairs and I'll sleep downstairs?
Sure. Do we just sit? I've got cameras. We set up cameras.
So they want you to eat the cheese, the same cheese.
Dude, I'll hook up fucking biometrics. If you get 1,000 and I get 1,000.
The same cheese for a week.
Good night. Frightening me.
Same cheese for a week.
Okay.
Then you take a couple days off and you start with a new cheese.
All right.
You eat that same cheese for a week and you keep a journal about your dreams the next morning.
All right.
You do that for a month. They not only give you $1,000, but they reimburse you for the costs of the cheeses that you ate over the month. I would do that in a fucking heartbeat. Can I eat it with crackers? Like, I need a little bit more.
Boring though.
Really?
I'm like,
because we eat cheese for free, so I would fucking eat cheese for $1,000.
Right. Reach out to them and fucking sign us up. Right? I don't know what you're asking. What do you want?
I'm not asking anything.
Do we do this?
We're doing it.
Let's do it. Sign us up.
I'm gonna sign me up, and you're gonna sleep upstairs while I make $1,000 and be like, "Suck it, bitch."
I'm gonna put Lucy and Bomber and Mickey in there.
I'm gonna be like, and this is my new Louie.
It's all good. It's Friday night, guys. Cheers again. It's been one of those goddamn weeks. Did you drink all those beers already?
No, I drank one, a full one, and a full one.
Nice.
Judge you much? For the man who.
Dream jobs are good, but you know what? Set your expectations. It's only $1,000 a month.
It's only 1 month you're doing it.
It's kind of like somebody going like, hey, I've got this.
It's like somebody saying, hey, I'll give you $1,000 drink Coors Light for a month.
It's kind of like one of those things. It's
you
like,
do it.
I've got this little pokey poke thing. I'll give you $1,000 a month.
What's a pokey poke thing?
Like a little vaccine.
No, it's like, I'll give you $1,000 for drinking Coors Light.
No, I'll do that. I keep, hey, Coors Light, at Coors Light, hashtag Coors Light, all the Coors Light things.
Stupid.
Like, dude, I've been drinking this shit.
Hey, do you drink Fireball?
Oh yeah. Let's talk about that.
Do you drink Fireball from the big bottle or a little bottle? We bought a Fireball.
We did a
little bottle
out in
No,
when
we did.
at Craig's wedding.
We did, but we also did that cinnamon roll drink. Remember, it was the Fireball and
Yeah, it was
something else.
some cream liqueur or whatever.
Yeah, and it tasted just like a cinnamon roll. Well, there is a class action lawsuit.
Mikado Dongs, what Friday me said.
Huh?
Nope, you're good.
There's a class action lawsuit claiming that the company misled customers.
Yeah.
Because on the big bottle, it does say cinnamon whiskey. So they had the airplane mode.
Oh, this is a good idea. So beware.
They had the airplane mode bottles.
Airplane mode.
Yeah,
bottles.
the little baby bottles. Airplane mode bottles.
Okay.
And come to find out, there is no whiskey in that one. It's a malt liquor.
Yeah, which is.
Here's the thing.
It's like drinking a mini 40.
Here's the thing. They don't say it's whiskey. The big bottle says cinnamon whiskey. The little bottle just says Fireball. It doesn't say anything on it.
So are they being?
So they're not being they're not being facetious and they're not being honest. They're just being blank.
You know what? It's fucking Fireball.
I was gonna say,
like, get
and
over
first of
your
all,
shit.
How many people have to be pissed off about this in order for
To make
class
it
action
a class
lawsuit?
action lawsuit.
I mean, maybe we should focus on some other things in our life besides, you know what? I drank that and it was malt liquor. Fuck. I'm suing them.
I'm really upset there was an 80 proof shitty fucking whiskey.
Cinnamon whiskey.
Yeah. It's not really good anyway.
It's
I
not
think we've all come to that conclusion that Fireball is
even
not that good.
freezing
You
fucking
have the
cold
example of
in a shot
there
bottle.
is a dude at our local is it a Chili's?
Yep.
Chili's that sits there and the girl pours him an entire
Oh,
glass
here's a funny thing I
with
just
a
saw.
few ice cubes. And
He
then-
drinks it over ice. He drinks
no,
it on the rocks.
and I'm not talking like a shot glass.
No, he drinks a
Like
whiskey
a fucking whiskey tumbler.
Yeah.
Full of Fireball. And we've been there multiple times, just sitting in the bar having beers, getting lunch. And that motherfucker's in there just drinking bottles of that shit. So you're like, who does that? That guy.
So here's what I'm wondering though. This
That
is
guy is in.
This is
that
the one
class
question I
action
had.
lawsuit.
No, because he's drinking it straight from the bottle.
No, because on his way home, he stopped fucking liquor
Well, but
store.
they're saying these are the miniature bottles sold at gas stations and markets.
We don't
I
have
wonder
gas
if
stations
it's
here.
different.
Like Arizona.
Well, you
Like-
can't sell it liquor at gas stations, but I'm wondering if it's different if you buy it from a liquor store.
Well, Arizona.
If the baby
we have
bottles in the
all
liquor
those,
store say
right?
wiki, we need a wiki. If it says wiki whiskey, we need to next time we go into a liquor store, check that out. See if the little bottles say whiskey or not.
I don't know. I don't know the answer. Fuck it.
And then if it doesn't say whiskey, let's just throw a big tantrum and be like, this is malt liquor.
This is my wicker.
Okay, so let's talk about my feel good.
What's your feel good?
You've got my video.
Oh yeah. I need to pull that up. Give me
So
one.
today,
You want
as
steak
often,
on?
I go down a rabbit hole with social media
Beth goes
on
down
a
the
dachshund
rabbit.
page. And if I ever had a small dog, it would totally be a dachshund because they have big dog personality.
Yep.
But I came across this video and it made my fucking afternoon. And I sent it to you since we don't know how my thing works yet. I sent it to you to please play it.
Hang on a second. Oh, hang on a second. Sorry, we still got the. I still have the raccoon nuts up.
Raccoon
bad.
nuts.
There we go. All right, so there's this little dog.
Wait, don't.
So I don't have the audio.
Yeah, the song, but it's just a song. But look at him. Gotta let it replay. Oh,
There we go.
look how little he is. Fuck, he's so cute.
So
And then he goes. Zoom, 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 zoom,
So this
zoom,
dog
zoom,
got
zoom,
zoomies
zoom,
and Beth
zoom,
cracked
zoom,
her
zoom,
ass
zoom, zoom,
up
zoom, 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 zoom,
the
zoom,
whole
zoom,
time.
zoom.
And I
And
understand.
then he plops. Oh my God, that was so hard.
So
That was my feel good. It made
You
me
watched it again.
smile. Zoom, 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 zoom,
Watch
zoom,
it again.
zoom,
I mean,
zoom,
everybody
zoom,
needs
zoom,
to feel
zoom.
good. That is literally the reason we do feel goods every week.
I want
Right.
him.
You just gotta find
And I'm going to name him like Larry.
thing that you just happen to have a good fucking.
If this doesn't make you
time.
smile, you're
Right.
broken. Because
Right.
he's a little baby
right,
dachshund
exactly.
having the zoomies and he's so little.
Go find
the
a feel
pillow
good.
does it for him.
There is something for everybody. Like it may take you a few minutes
Mine is
to
dogs.
figure it out. Like some days, like I'm like, God damn, what's my feel good for today? You know, like you go through your whole day, you're like, it was just kind of a ho hum day, and that was kind of a day to day. Like I just worked my ass off. Like you
Spent my
worked
whole
your ass
fucking
off.
week.
And it's been one of those days. And then I was standing in the moment and I was like, this is my feel good. It was like being out in the garage. We're lucky to have really good neighbors, really good friends. And then we're really good friends. And this is just us. This is why we're late to shows sometimes. It's just us sitting out in the garage, shooting shit. I hope you guys have friends that you can just do that with once in a while, where everybody just kind of comes together and you just sit around and you shoot the shit and you talk bullshit and you
And
do
laugh at
those
each
things
other
you
and make
laugh
fun
at
of each
and
other.
that's the most important
And then
part.
sometimes you talk about serious shit.
Right, and you
But
can do
it's not
that.
the majority of the night. The
Yeah,
majority of the
yeah.
night is fucking around.
It's just fucking around, and like the neighbor brings a bottle of whiskey over and he's like, "You want to try it?" And before you know it, the fucking whole bottle of whiskey's gone.
Yeah.
Right, and then you do those sorts of things. So
I'm glad that you took
that
that
was
picture.
my
like that
feel good
picture.
for the night, right? And but I was kind of trying to think about, honestly, it's like, but sometimes you might be in the moment and not realize that that's your feel good for that day or whatever. Shit can hit you fast. Shit can become hard and all that other stuff, right? But do those sorts of things and just be mindful, right? And
was a good
try and
picture,
be
babe.
present.
I liked
You
it.
know what I mean?
Yep.
Try to be present. And that's all we can do. There's so much fucked up shit going on again.
Celebrate the small stuff.
Celebrate the small stuff. So with that, you know what?
My small stuff is my new favorite lipstick.
Oh, it is?
Yeah,
Your
I know.
small stuff. With that, we are going to sign off a little shorter than normal, but you know
No,
what?
we've gone an hour and 15 minutes.
I know, but normally we go an hour and 30, whatever. But it's Friday night.
I'm hungry.
We
Daddy
did a
needs
show
to
last
feed
night.
me.
Go check out the Nooner Nation podcast. That was a really fun one
was
that we
fun.
did last night. We're going to be posting out, we're going to be recording some Castro files tomorrow. It'll come out on Sunday and Tuesday. Exactly. So there's plenty of more content coming out. We appreciate you guys so much.
Seriously.
Please do share this show. We're at like 275 or 276 subscribers, right? Okay, so this is the deal.
What?
We have to hit 1,000 subscribers.
Oh, we're 1/4 of the way.
We're 1/4 of the way, 3 years into this. It's a lot of work. We put out hundreds and hundreds of shows. Share the fucking show if you don't mind. Go out and just fucking post it, blast it to everybody you know.
Do it.
Shamefully.
Let's go on Econo Blast and shamelessly pump our show.
We'll just fucking pump this show out there. If you don't mind, we would really appreciate it. Let's give us a little like and subscribe. We love you guys. Have a great night.
Bye, loves.
Cheers.
See you Wednesday.
We will catch you
Have a great
Wednesday
weekend.
on this show this week on the rest of the shows.